Okay, it's Friday the 4th of April. This is Weather Outlook, and I'm Fred. Just remind you, we go live Sunday between 7 and 8, depending on what web page you're following on Facebook. Ask your questions about the weather. Heck, if you want to talk about sports, I don't care either. But let's have a Q&A during that period if you want. Okay, so let's talk about next week. The oddity. It's not really odd, but the weather's going to be a little weird for this time of year, and we get the snow, and we're going to get cold, and freezing temperatures. And I think this might be the last hurrah of this period of time. During that period, there we'll go through that right now. Now I'm showing you this map. This is kind of what it looks like today, and as you can tell, we're above normal. Just look outside. We have showers and some thunderstorms. Heck, I was down by Philadelphia this morning, and there were trees down the Blue Route, which is I think Route 476. I mean, it was backed up for an hour. There was debris on the road. They had hail. It's pretty nasty down there. I don't know if anybody else got that, but that was the area I was driving through. So anyway, that's where it is right now. Then I'll put this in motion, and I've got this big one, so you can kind of tell. Here's the cold temperatures out here. So I just want you to see, where we're going to go with this thing. As we get into Saturday, this is during the afternoon hours on Saturday. You can still see temperatures are really warm in this grayish area, brownish gray area here. And we're above normal in Pennsylvania, out by Pittsburgh, really above normal. But here's the cold air back here. It's getting ready to load up and move east. This is Saturday afternoon around 2. You can see this cooler air here because there's some rain, but you can see there's the front right there, and this front goes all the way down into Texas. So as you can see, now we'll take this out to Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon. You can see the cold air is working its way in. The warm air is getting pushed south. Um, Very cold down here, down in Mexico. But you can see this cold air is trying to come down. The first wave of it is working its way down. This is well, we went too far. This is Monday afternoon. Let's see if I can get this to work. Sometimes these aren't friendly. Oops, see, it's not being friendly today. Monday afternoon, you can see the cold air is coming down. All that warm air is being pushed to Florida and then off the coast. Here's the really cold air back here in here. But we do have some precipitation that wants to come through. Now, this is going to be Tuesday afternoon. Keep that in mind as this goes through. And here's Wednesday afternoon. That cold air is all dammed up in the eastern part of the United States. These green areas are much below normal. The purplish areas or the bluish areas here really below normal. This is Wednesday, as you can see, much below normal across the state. Temperatures anywhere from, let's say, 13, 14 degrees below normal to some places 20 degrees below normal. New Jersey, you're in that 12, 13, 14, 15 degrees below normal. And even Delaware, 13, 14, 15 degrees below normal. So it would make sense that any precipitation that does fall would, especially in northern PA, I should say, would be as snow. You got to remember, these are temperatures based upon seasonal numbers. And then on Thursday, you can see cold air still in place, but it's beginning to warm up out here by Pittsburgh. But you can still see we're below normal, but not as bad as we were. And then on Friday, we kind of get some colder air moving back in here, and it's warm up here actually to the north of Pennsylvania on Friday. And then as we get into Saturday afternoon, that cold air is still hanging around down here. Precipitation, but will be going on at that point in time, and that's kind of why it's cold. Now, with all this cold air in place, we're talking Sunday night around 8 o'clock. You can see some snow breaks out overnight, north central, and it's going to work its way into the Poconos. And by morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and since this is nighttime, there's an excellent chance that this could stick at least on grassy surfaces. I'm not too sure about the roads, but I'm sure there could be some slick spots. But that is Monday morning around 7, 8 o'clock. And as we go into the morning hours towards the afternoon, You can see some areas pick up a couple of inches of snow. And I guess the dividing line here is basically Route 78 to where there's nothing below it. And then as we move this later on in the week, now there'll be some wraparound snow. So this is your total as of Tuesday, and you'll see an area in here where there could be a couple of inches. Highest elevations of the Poconos could get 3. Lower elevations get like an inch or so of snow. But again, a lot of this will melt during the day, but this is roughly what will fall if you were measuring it, and it won't last very long with this during the daylight hours. But then as we move towards the end of the week, we have another little system that comes through, and it just adds a little bit of lighter snow through here later on in the week. But you know, next week's going to feel a little bit like winter, and the nighttime lows, for the most part, are going to be below freezing in a lot of areas. Even down to the suburbs of Philadelphia can get down to 32. So, again, watch your plants if that's what you're worried about. All right, everybody take care. Talk to you tomorrow.